the community over what cuts they make. And basically it boiled down to what arms you want cut off, your left or your right. In the current situation, it's difficult to muster the numbers required to compel these politicians to defy a cuts budget and start to campaign with the trade unions and communities to resist and fight back. But muster them they must through mobilising the resistance. And that is the route to get rid of Johnson. It's not through constitutional fixes. It's not engaging in parliamentary games. It's not through asking the Queen for urgent meetings or appeals to the judiciary. Rather, we should recognise the importance of the grassroots and that of extra parliamentary action is a driver of change. Johnson is clever and he's dangerous. He's no fool. When governments cannot rule by consent, they look for other control mechanisms. When Parliament shuts down, it is not only MPs' business that is suspended, but all parliamentary committees and questions with ministers not held to account. Johnson and his Tories will bring in any measure to ensure there's no move to the left, and he's out to destroy the trade union movement. He could call a snap general election, claiming he is the champion of the people against a parliament obstructing the will of the people. That is a danger, and it will strike a chord with many throughout the land. Our Grace Council wants a Corbyn-led Labour government implementing radical policies, but we won't get that with calls for national governments with so-called allies from the establishment. Rather, the way to get a left government is to mobilise resistance to the attacks on the rights that we have and demand more democracy, not less. So my plea to you is don't leave it to our politicians. It's too important, Governments. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. Well said. Austerity is affecting us all. We're going to suffer, but there's some sections of the community suffering more than most. Pensioners among them, and we'll be hearing from them in a wee while. But in the meantime, another group that's suffering especially and are getting used as scapegoats for what's actually happening in the country are the folk who there's the racists who use racism as instead of having unity, of actually trying to divide us. We're lucky enough to have Charlotte Ahmed here from Stand Up to Racism, and she's going to say a few words about the work of Stand Up to Racism in combating that.
Thank you, and thanks to the organisers for this rally, because I think the main message today has to be unity. We have got a government with an unelected Prime Minister who consulted an unelected head of state to establish a government of millionaires for millionaires. And the people they do not care about are the poor, are the migrants, the refugees who in this rich country are being left to die in the sea, the Mediterranean Sea, in camps in Calais, and in Britain they are housed in shipping containers. Children are dying for want of food in this country. It's an absolute disgrace. But we're all right. We've got Boris Johnson. It's a shame on this country that we have walked into this, because who is surprised about Boris Johnson doing what he does? He is a known racist. He is a known liar. He doesn't like Scots very much either. And he also has amongst his advisors active racists and fascists from Europe and from America. His people have been consulting with people like Steve Bannon. Islamophobia, anti-Semitism and anti-migrant racism is a key pillar of Boris Johnson and the Tories. Remember, under Theresa May, the Windrush scandal, which is still with us. People who've lived and worked here all their lives are being told, go back to where you came from. Not just by a few races, but by this government. disgrace. So, pick your cause. We need to get rid of this government for all sorts of reasons, but I'll tell you, if we don't, the racists and fascists are getting bolder. They're getting confident with their posts on Twitter, on Facebook. They're organising under different names, generation identity and the like. And they are here in Scotland too, by the way. We have to be vigilant and we have to organise. We have to show solidarity to all, and we have to have unity between all groups, because they are trying to divide us against ourselves. Whatever side on the independence or the Brexit argument you are, it's in all our interest to unite and get rid of these Tories. And I think, you might not agree with me on this, that will need civil disobedience. Our politicians do not know what to do. If they did, they would be here in large numbers. They are not. It is up to us to organise in the streets, in your trade unions, in your factories and workplaces. We have to start somewhere, friends and comrades. Why not start on the 20th of September? Our young people in Extinction Rebellion are protesting about the environment. This is the future of everybody. But the people who suffer immediately about climate change are migrants who are leaving those countries suffering from floods or drought, where they can't grow their crops. They move to where they can find work so that they can feed their children. They are the migrants caused by climate change. It's an issue that unites us all. So let's see if we can unite and see action. Action in Glasgow in tens of thousands on the question of unity. Get rid of these racist Tories and unite for a future for all of us. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Charlotte. Okay, we all know what the cost of austerity is, but we also know that there's no money. But there seems to be money for some things, and some of those things we don't really need. Like 40 minutes down the road, we've got Trident and all those weapons of mass destruction that caused, well, hopefully they've caused nothing yet, but if they were to go off, we're all history. Fortunately, we're lucky enough that here CND have been fighting for 60 years, and we're fortunate enough to have the Secretary of Scottish CND, Arthur West, who's going to point out what sort of money we are spending and what we could be spending it on. Not if it words on your mouth, Arthur, but it's you now. Arthur, can I ask that you stand here, because apparently if you stand too near there, it's booming. And the folk at the back want to hear what you've got to say.
Thanks very much, Keith. I'm actually the chair of Scottish CND until November anyway, and I've just lost my speech. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that there's a film that we use quite a lot in Scottish CND and peace movement circles, and it's a film that features the legendary Bruce Kent, among others. And it's a film called War No More. And what that film does is it makes a compelling and imaginative case for dialogue and proper parliamentary scrutiny to prevent conflict and to prevent the disastrous consequences of war. And Johnson and his cronies should spend half an hour watching that film, and we might get on a bit better. Now, Scottish CND can, and I think it can speak for the wider peace movement, we consider the decision by Johnson to suspend Parliament to be disgraceful and spiteful and a completely anti-democratic position to take. Absolutely disgusting at this important time. In terms of the work that Scottish CND do, we would very much welcome a general election, so we're very happy to be associated with one of the main demands of today's event. For the last 6 or 7 months, Scottish CND have been running a campaign under the title of People Not Trident, and as Keith suggested, there's massive resources being wasted just now on weapons of mass destruction. And that dreadful problem and that issue is being crowded out because of the discussion around Brexit. The Scottish CND would very much welcome a general election. We would welcome a general election when we could highlight the case for the billions of pounds that are spent on nuclear weapons being spent on decent things such as health, education and dealing with the effects of climate change. So let's support a general election now and let's move forward from today's demonstration.